Today I'm going to be discussing forgiveness. Hey y'all, it's Aquila Mariyah here, and today is day 3 of the 21-day mindset shift challenge. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Here I give y'all tips on personal growth and things that I have implemented in my life and that you can also implement into your life to grow as an individual, gain confidence, and know your worth and not settle. I also travel when COVID isn't happening. So forgiveness is so important, forgiving other people and forgiving ourselves. I know that I said this in day 2's video and the link will be in the description below, but I just wanted to get a little bit more specific on it just because forgiveness is so important in order for us to move forward and actually live the life that we deserve to live. First things first, when you do forgive yourself, you need to forgive yourself for a specific time that you feel guilty for, but don't feel the need to forgive yourself for being yourself, because we need to accept ourselves as we are. We need to accept all of our faults, empathize, and just try to understand that whenever you do things that you may not agree with later, that you were doing your best at the time. And in the moment, maybe you felt that that was the best way to go about it, or you just really didn't know what to do. So that's just what happened. And even in the moment, you may not feel that it was right, but you also didn't know what else you were supposed to do. When you forgive yourself, look at the situation that you want to forgive yourself for and learn from it, and know that if a time comes up again where that happens, that you know that you're going to act differently and you know that you're going to be more mindful of it, so you won't repeat the same mistake again and you won't have another regret that is the same thing. Like I already said, just be real with yourself and understand that you can only do the best you can. We all have our faults and we all have regrets, and there are a lot of things that we would like to take back, but we need to just accept that it happened. We can't go back, we can't change the past, but we can have an impact on our future, and forgiving ourselves for these specific things that we did can have an impact on our future and the way that we move. Also, something that you can do just to remind yourself that you are a good person is to do some selfless acts, like help somebody with their groceries, teach somebody how to meditate, say something kind about the person, something that you truly mean. Don't go around lying just to make yourself feel better. Cook a meal for somebody. Be kind to the people in the grocery store. Be kind to the people in the restaurant, which you technically already should, but just pay it forward and spread love everywhere you go, every chance that you get. So I know that I've shared this on a video before where I was speaking about self-acceptance, but I'm just gonna share it again. Growing up, I was not a nice person, and I still have my moments to this day. I am very mindful of them now, and in the moment I can apologize or catch myself before I continue, or within minutes to hours later I will come back and apologize and take responsibility for my actions. So one thing that affected me for a really long time was that growing up I was not the nicest to my mom. And my mom, don't get me wrong, she had her little Puerto Rican attitude like most Puerto Rican moms do, and she played no games, but she was also very lenient, like a lot more lenient than the rest of my family from what I could see, because she just loved us so much that I don't think that she could really stay so stern or just be so angry to where 5 minutes later she wasn't like cool with us again, you know, where some parents, they may like just be pissed off for a good amount of time. My watch is telling me that I need to get up and move. I wasn't nice to my mom. I snapped on her very often, and I did not appreciate her as much as I should have. Don't get me wrong, I did have a good amount of moments where I did show her how much I appreciated her, but not as often as I could have. And for those of you who don't know, my mom's dead, and so there's no going back once they're dead. You can't apologize and know that they hear you. There's really nothing that you can do about that. And so I had a lot of guilt. She's been dead for like 8 years now, and I think I just started forgiving myself like a year or two ago. And don't get me wrong, I still have my moments where I have to be like, look, we've already forgiven ourselves for it. There's nothing we can do about it. I was not the nicest to her. Even when she was dying, I spent more time at work just because I thought that she was gonna make it. I didn't want to see her, like, her body like just basically breaking down. And I spent a lot of time at work or with my friend smoking weed. And also I invited my boyfriend at the time to come out just because I needed some like comfort, and he was offended that I was spending more time with my mom than I was spending with him. And so I ended up choosing to spend more time with him. It was a toxic relationship, but there were a lot of times where I did choose him over my family, and that was one of the times when my mom was dying. I chose my boyfriend at the time over my mom, and I spent time with him because he was like, why did you want me to come here if you weren't even going to spend time with me? So I spent time with him, and my mom died like the day after. And not many people know this, but my mom took her last breath right next to me. I was laying right next to her in the bed. I'm starting to get triggered. Stay with me here. But I laugh when I get uncomfortable. But yeah, she took her last breath right next to me. And yeah, so it took a really long time for me to forgive myself for being disrespectful to her and just not appreciating her the way that she deserved to be treated. And yeah, it sucks. Hold on. I'm gonna come back when I'm not like this. So the point that I'm trying to get at is that we make mistakes, and all we can do is learn from them. And I'm more appreciative of my family. I'm more vocal about appreciating my family now, and that's all you can do is learn from it, which I have, and forgive yourself for those specific actions. Because like in the moment of me doing those things, I never thought my mom was gonna die. I don't know why. Logically, people die. I definitely never thought that my mom would die. So I took advantage, and it is what it is now. Like I said, all I can do is make sure that I don't take advantage of my friends and family now, and just be mindful of my actions now. Don't beat yourself up. Don't think it's too late to forgive yourself. You deserve forgiveness. And just know that you're not doing any good service to the world when you are stuck on something that you should forgive yourself for. Because the only way to contribute to society in a positive way is to have a forgiving heart. Forgive yourself and forgive others. I hope you have a positive, blissful day or night whenever you are watching this. Thank you so much for y'all's support. Always remember to take action and know that you only can do your best, and don't be so hard on yourself. We're our worst critics, and just be mindful. Always be positive, be free, be love, be okay with vulnerability, and spread love everywhere you go. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.